to another edition of Rational Trekker by the Rails in Southern California. This past weekend, I did a 3-stop tour. I started at the Southern California Railway Museum in Perris, California, that's in Riverside County. Then I went to the San Bernardino Depot in San Bernardino, and finally to the North Main Metrolink station in Corona, California, just off the 91 freeway, aka the Corona Freeway. Now, before I go on any further, I would like to thank Coaster 2301 Productions for inspiring this particular 3-stop tour. Each of these stops turned out to be great places to visit to see different kinds of train activity. I don't want to brave the traffic in LA and visit the San Bernardino and Corona stations on a weekday sometime in the near future to get a little more Metrolink activity. But this was a great start. The museum offers rides on both full-size trains with a variety of locomotives they own and operate, and early 20th century streetcars. Additionally, for a substantial price to cover their fuel costs, they offer one-on-one rides in which a single guest or a small group gets to help operate the locomotive. In fact, it was when I heard that Coaster 2301 Productions really enjoyed visiting the museum that I was inspired to visit myself.
Okay, here you go. This is yours. Grandma's gonna go over here and pick this up.
$12 buys you a ticket that is good for a ride on the full-scale train and as many rides as you want on the streetcars. My first ride was on the train. It was about a 20-minute ride and doesn't go far, but it does give visitors a feel for what 20th century rail travel was like. Along the way, you get to see other train cars and locomotives the museum has, and the outside of one of the car barns that can also be visited as part of a docent-guided tour, which I did not take this time, but will return to see another day.
returning to the station, please remain seated until the train comes to a full end. Thank you. Your signal from our engine hall. We will be going out that way.
Apparently it makes noise if you pull this. Yeah. You ready? Am I ready for the responsibility? No, you're not. You're not. God forbid we give you another noise later. Right? I think the battery on this was doing just fine too until I rang it too many times. Truly was me being an annoyance that did it in. Not if you keep some grease on the track. Yeah. Well, and we figured out during the moped too that it's not the outside flange that makes the squeaking. Yeah. It's that inside guide flange. It's actually the back of the wheel that's running that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and the Birdie's even worse because the Birdie wants to rack really bad, and it's only got single trucks, so it's loud.
That's what you don't like about that one. It's a great forgiving car. But the rider will be tough.
Oh,
Because of the nature of single truck.
On the main line, it's just like this. Right, left, right, left, right, left.
Oh, my late wife hated burn. Hated both of my kids. We got rubbing in the microphone. Yeah, another bed.
There you got the best of both worlds.
Both burns.
No one has seen anything hot. Yeah, not around anywhere. Someone's over here setting off. Who's running salt? Who's running sand?
I don't know. Definitely not this car.
It does, but it has them. Someone didn't accidentally set that off.
All right, folks, over here is our Barn 2 stop. Over in this barn, we have our standard gauge streetcar collection from all over the western United States. Over here, over your left shoulder, is our barn number 4, where we keep our
Before we finish this part of our tour, I wanted to say that the Southern Railway Museum is similar to the Western Railway Museum outside of Suisun City in Northern California, between Sacramento and San Francisco. However, the Western Railway Museum doesn't have full-size trains. Both do have a gift shop and car barns and offer tours. Both also have cars from the San Diego Trolley, and you might have even noticed one of those cars in this video. So, thank you to the staff of the Southern California Railway Museum for a very nice visit. Now it's time to move on to San Bernardino. The San Bernardino Depot station is located off of the 215 freeway and the 10 freeway, north of Rialto Boulevard, and just a little bit west of Mount Vernon Avenue. It offers Metrolink and Amtrak service, as well as an extensive freight yard, so there's always a bit of activity going on. Here comes a Metrolink train now, and you'll see some freight trains in a short while on this video, intermixed with scenes of the freight yard and more Metrolink trains. I'm going to refrain from commenting so much in this part of the video, but there are timeline markers that will become chapter markers, so you can skip from one section to another if you don't want to watch an entire scene with a particular train. One feature of both the San Bernardino and the Corona North Main stations is that they have pedestrian walkways that go over the tracks in order for passengers to get from one platform to another. At the San Bernardino station, the view down is sort of obstructed by a mesh, and you'll be seeing that, in the scenes here. And I like to consider that not to be a bug in this part of the video, but a feature. It kind of adds a little variety, a little something different. And I even, zoom out a couple of times to deliberately show the mesh. I'd like to think that this gives the viewer of the video a realistic sense of what it's like viewing the trains from this depot.
Metrolink Arrives, for more information, visit metrolinktrade.com or
Hey there.
metrolink.com or call or text 800-371-5465.
From San Bernardino, we now move south and west to Corona. The North Main Corona Metrolink station is located just off of the Corona Freeway, that is California Highway 91 in Corona. Where the pedestrian walkway had mesh in San Bernardino, at the Corona station, part of it is actually completely open to be able to look out unobstructed, as you can see here. But then you'll notice that there's this fence that prevents you from going all the way across. And so you have to go up another set of stairs or another elevator to get to the part in the middle. In that part, as you might have seen, there is tinted glass. I think that when I go back, I would like to get there early in the morning so that the sun will be behind me while I catch trains approaching from the west, and then stay into the evening so that I can catch trains that are approaching from the east. This is also where it would be nice to be there on a weekday, because there aren't that many trains coming from either direction on weekends. I was not expecting to see a freight train, and that certainly came as a very pleasant surprise. Thank you one and all for watching, and stay safe by the rails.